So, very good morning and welcome to OTT's Coffee Break. Your Be Inspired webinar will begin shortly. While you're waiting, did you know you can find COVID-19 top tabs on all of our OTT courses? This will give you the most up-to-date information on all of the measures our partners are taking. These can be found at the top of all of our courses on their homepage. OTT are also running factual blogs on the most up-to-date news, so please subscribe to our blog today, and this can be done from the OTT homepage under the news section. As OTT, as many businesses are evolving further and launching new courses every week, we want you to be part of it and not miss out. We would like to ask you to ensure your OTT profile is fully up to date to be in with your chance of winning fantastic prizes and receiving the most up-to-date information. We are asking you to refresh your My OTT, basically just a cleanup. So ensure that you have your right profile up to date will further help us market the right courses to you and get in contact. So that's all from me. The OTT's Coffee Break is about to start and we hope you're sat down, relaxed and ready to be inspired. Welcome to OTT with Malaysia Airlines.
Good morning everyone, I hope you're keeping well today. Welcome to OTT's Coffee Break webinars, where we hope you're going to feel really uplifted and inspired over the next 20 minutes. Our Coffee Break webinars are designed to offer you a different way to experience destinations, cultures and supplier products, and our guest presenters will be teaching you something different and entertaining for you to learn. We'll be running these webinars on a Tuesday or a Thursday, and so to help you remember this, we've called them #Training Tuesdays and #Training Thursdays. These webinars will be predominantly at 11 AM. However, some webinars might be at 3 PM to catch other time zones for live training. Just bookmark our webinar page to ensure you don't miss out. All our sessions are recorded and you'll be able to watch it back or share it with colleagues. If you're new to webinars, you'll see a chat button at the bottom of the screen, and we'd love to read your comments as we go through the webinar. We'll also be running a Q&A towards the end of the webinar, and you should see this Q&A button at the bottom of the screen to add your questions. And also, some of you may be familiar with Kenny. Kenny will also be managing the chat and helping with any questions as we go along. Right, so now you know all about Coffee Break webinars. I'm just going to say hello. Hello. Good to see you. I'm Julia from OTT. Hope you've got your cup of tea ready, maybe a nice little biscuit, and feeling really good and ready to see what we're going to learn today, which is really quite exciting. What's particularly exciting is it's mainly been destinations up until now that have been hosting our Coffee Break webinars, but today it's actually going to be an airline. It's Malaysia Airlines are hosting today's Coffee Break webinars. And so excitedly, what we're going to do is we're going to jump on their beautiful aircraft and we're going to go through the whole airport journey and fly over to the amazing Langkawi in Malaysia. And we're then going to land and we're going to be straight onto a beautiful beach with the most amazing hotel. And there we'll meet our chef who's going to cook a beautiful curry that I'm sure we can sort of almost smell virtually. So in order to do this, and because it's slightly different, being Malaysia Airlines doing this Coffee Break webinar, so we're going to run it as a very short video. Well, it's around 10 minutes or so long, but I think you'll really enjoy it. And then afterwards, I'll introduce to you the team from Malaysia Airlines as well, and also from Four Seasons in Langkawi. So I hope you really enjoy this.
Hello everybody, my name is Daniel Bainbridge from Malaysia Airlines, and a very warm welcome and Malaysian hospitality aboard this Airbus A350 aircraft, hopefully heading to Kuala Lumpur soon, sitting here inside the lovely business class cabin. We've got some great things we wanted to share with you today from Malaysia Airlines and a number of videos. Firstly, about our new safety protocols and what it'd be like travelling on board our aircraft going forward. We've got some details on some new branded fare families with additional flexibility for customers during these uncertain times. And then to help you all dream today to travel tomorrow. We've got a very special treat all the way from the Four Seasons in Langkawi, one of the top chefs there preparing a lovely prawn curry. I will be joined after that by Sarah Radford, Director of Sales for the hotel, and for a Q&A session. So please enjoy and we will see you shortly. Thank you.
When going on a trip, the first thing you'll need to do is check in online before leaving home. Remember to pack your hand sanitizer, passport, and face masks. You'll need to arrive at least 4 hours prior to departure. And don't forget to wear a face mask. Make sure you pack enough for your trip. Next, walk through thermal scanners to get your temperature checked. Airport surfaces are cleaned and sanitized regularly. Follow the instructions and print your baggage tag. Head to the baggage drop-off counter to verify your passport and drop your baggage. Reveal your face for passport verification. Reveal your face to the camera at immigration. There will be no body contact during screening, just the use of handheld screening devices. Face masks must always be worn in the Golden Lounge. Get your temperature checked. Scan the QR code for contactless registration. Sanitize your hands. To order food, just scan the QR code and make an order. For drinks, head to the beverage counter to make an order. Collect your meal when it's ready. For reading materials, sign into the Wi-Fi and you may download the Going Places magazine and the Temptations duty-free catalogue, as no physical reading material will be made available. Social distancing will also be maintained in the Golden Lounge. Do arrive at least 1 hour prior to departure at the boarding gate. Go through security screening. Present your documents for verification and get your temperature checked before entering.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is boarding announcement for Malaysia
Present your
Airlines.
passport and scan your boarding pass. Cabin crew are dressed in safety gear and ready to serve you. In-flight magazines have been removed for safety reasons. For your safety, our aircraft are installed with HEPA filters, which trap 99.97% of dust particles, airborne viruses and bacteria. Do wear your mask at all times during the flight except when you need to eat or drink. Meals are pre-packed for easy and hygienic consumption. The lavatories are periodically cleaned. Aircraft are disinfected after every flight. When arriving in KLIA, you will be required to fill a health declaration form. Sanitize your hands upon disembarking. Walk through thermal scanners to check your temperature. Then reveal your face for passport verification. Collect your sanitized baggage and you're done.
Whenever you're travelling economy flex on Malaysia Airlines, it's easy to forget you're travelling economy. Why? Well, because you'll actually feel like you're the priority. Whoever you are, economy flex has pretty much everything you need to ensure your trip is hassle-free. For example, packing is easier now because you don't have to worry about luggage. On economy flex, you'll get 35 kilograms check-in baggage. Was that a queue?
Good morning.
Good morning. Priority check-in and priority boarding are included in your ticket. I think I can get used to this.
Don't forget, you get priority baggage too.
Oh yes, of course. Priority. Wait, Wasn't the wedding supposed to be next year? Oh. Well, thankfully, Economy Flex gives me better flexibility now. That means if your plans change, like mine have, you can easily book for free as many times as you want. Done. Just pay the fare difference. I don't know about you, but I like having my own space. So I booked a neighbour-free seat. It's 50% off on Economy Flex, so why not, right? Oh, and did you know you'll get 10% discount off your next flight too? Pretty good, right?
Here you go, ma'am.
Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am. If you don't mind my asking you, who are you talking to?
Whatever your travel needs may be, with Economy Flex, you get so much more. Because remember, you're the priority.
In just a little while, this could be your reality. But for now, let us inspire you to dream. Dream of the beautiful islands you will see. Dream of mountains you will conquer. Dream of stories you will tell and cultures you will experience. Dream of conversations you will have and all the food you will discover. Malaysia is here, waiting for you. And when tomorrow comes, Malaysia Airlines will take you there. Dream today, travel tomorrow.
Good day to all of you. I hope you are all doing well, and I am very happy to welcome you to Four Seasons Langkawi. I'm the executive chef Sandeep, and I'm going to bring you today across to show you the ingredients for our prawn curry. So I'm going to start over here. Andaman Sea gives us one of the best seafood and the fish. Tiger prawns is one of the ingredients which is exported all around, and we are using these prawns today, which are peeled a little bit and kept ready. All the chilies, the herbs, the limes which you see inside are all foraged from our gardens of Four Seasons Langkawi. So we are using special herbs and vegetables, but in case you don't find it as per the recipe, please feel free to replace it with the best possible ingredients. Limes can be replaced with lemons, chili can be replaced with chili powder. This is a turmeric leaf, maybe a little bit difficult for you to get, and these are lime leaves, maybe another difficult to get. Finally, we come to some vegetables, small eggplants, tomatoes, ginger. This is fresh turmeric, and then you have got garlic. These are pandan leaves, lemongrass, and some green beans. So, also to add to the ingredients, we have fresh coconut milk, again, foraged from the gardens. We have a lot of coconut trees here, almost 2,000 in number, and we are able to take the coconut leaf from there. Some salt for your seasoning, and we are using some oil. This is normal vegetable oil, but feel free to replace with coconut oil or palm oil if you have the possibility to. Now, I'm going to introduce one specific technique of crushing all the ingredients. It's called a lasun batu. A lasun batu is a mortar and pestle and gives you the best flavors. We have made a small paste out of all the lemongrass, the ginger, garlic, chili, shallots, and you can moderate the version. If you like a lot of spicy food, you can add more chilies. Vegetables which have been cut over here. This is a folded turmeric leaf and a pandan leaf. Some tomatoes, chilies. These are non-spicy chilies or chili peppers, and eggplants and green beans. So while we are starting over here, I'm just going to add a little bit oil, not too much. We like our curries to be towards the less oily and more tasty. So allow the spice paste to fry. It gives out brilliant flavors. Malaysian food is all about fresh cooking. Fresh ingredients give you a brilliant flavor to your curry. And just allow all the ingredients to cook. At this stage, I'm going to put back my leaf, folded leaf, This is the turmeric leaf, so it is the fresh leaf of the turmeric. If you don't get it, that absolutely is fine. What you can also do, and what I love to do, is take a stick of lemongrass, pound it a bit. You already have lemongrass, but lemongrass is something which really gives a nice flavor. So lemongrass, pound it all the way around, cut it into half and get that inside also. Now this spice paste is going to cook for some time, till the time it becomes almost like a thick paste. At the same time, you can put in with your aubergines, chilies and the beans. We'll put some fresh chilies towards the end to give more color, as well as I'm going to give some tomato in there. Tomato adds some nice acidity. However, along with that, I'm using an ingredient which is not really found everywhere and native to Malaysia. It's a tamarind. Put 2 pieces of that, and I'm going to give you some tamarind paste in that. So let all these ingredients cook for some time. I'm going to cover it. So if you see, we have got all the vegetables cooked up. Now is the time to go with the prawns. So you see, the prawns have already cooked. Now the final finishing touches, I'm going to give the nice coconut milk inside. Allow the coconut milk to just give you a creaminess to your curry. We will be putting some salt, just some seasoning. I'm going to use some more chili peppers. They help us in getting the nice bright red color. The first ones would have been cooked. I'm going to squeeze in some fresh lime after the coconut milk has cooked in. So as you see, the curry has cooked and we are just going to plate it up. This is a curry really to be cooked at home and enjoyed with a bowl of rice. We do this curry as a part of our cooking class in the Lasun Batu cooking class, which is, or the cooking academy, which is done in the Ikan Ikan restaurant. Saying a goodbye from Four Seasons Langkawi. Enjoy your prawn curry with a nice bowl of steamed jasmine rice. Thank you.
Hello everybody again. So I really hope that you enjoyed that. I think that was just incredible. It's certainly making me feel very hungry right now. All those different vegetables, it's just incredible. I never knew that you could use turmeric leaves. I've never seen that. I've seen the turmeric plant, and in fact with Grenada they showed us where the turmeric plant came from, but he didn't mention that you could put leaves in cooking, so that was interesting. Anyway, let me introduce the whole team that we have here. So we have Daniel Bainbridge. He's the regional manager for UK and Europe of Malaysia Airlines. We've got Richard De Villa. He's head of marketing for UK and Europe for Malaysia Airlines as well. And we have Sarah Radford. She's the senior sales manager for the Four Seasons Resort in Langkawi and also in Kuala Lumpur. We still have Kenny on the chat, who I'm sure has been chatting through as the video's been playing. So Sarah, we met Chef Sandeep, and yes, he actually works there.
Absolutely. So yeah. Chef Sandeep, he is our executive chef. He's been at the resort for over 2 years now, and he's really implemented some fantastic theme nights. Chef Sandeep actually cooks twice a week on the beach. We have lobster night, which is one of my favorites because you have our local fisherman who brings the lobster from the boat straight onto the beach, and you have the chefs actually waiting for him, because if he doesn't show, then there's no lobster to cook. So it's really lobster from the sea onto the grill and then into your plate. So hands down, the freshest lobster you're going to eat. And you're set up on the beach under fairy lights. You get to see the sunset. It's really a spectacular setting.
Absolutely wonderful. And he also mentioned a cooking academy. That sounded quite interesting. Is that sort of something that you can come to the hotel and book? And
Indeed, it's one of the activities that we offer. So what you can do, you can go to the market if you wish with our team to actually buy the fresh ingredients, or you can just do the cooking class straight off. We have various locations. You can either do it in our Ikan Ikan restaurant, where we have a nice setup and you can learn dishes such as the prawn curry, or one of my favorites is the chicken satay with peanut sauce. It's really to die for. So we can do it in the restaurant, or we can also do it even on our Rumah Ikan fish house, which is in the middle of the water. You take a little boat to go there. So yeah, Malaysia is a real foodie destination, and I can't stress this enough. Never forget, it's a mix of Malaysian, obviously, but Chinese, Hindu. You have all of these influences, and it's so yummy that you have to incorporate the food into the destination when you travel here.
For sure. And so not only can you taste delicious food, but then you can sort of learn how to make some of it, maybe take it, you know, those ideas home with you. So you take a little piece of Malaysia home with you in that way. And yeah, how wonderful. So that's brilliant to know. So, so Dan, I still see you're on board.
Yes.
What's happened? You couldn't leave, couldn't get off and get to the hotel.
Just waiting for the lovely onboard service to come around, Julia.
Oh, that would be very, very nice indeed. So that video was very comprehensive, and I think it kind of demystified a lot of the changes that we're having to do. It seemed really quite simple, you know, just wear a mask, but that seemed to be the key thing. And then you could take it down now and again for the photography and so on. You kind of made it look like it's not such a big deal. Is that the case? Would you say? Would you agree?
Yeah, and it's a great opportunity to really show you know, the travel training customers exactly what happens when they go through the airport. We know that people are feeling a little bit uncertain at the moment and a little bit uneasy, but we're taking a large number of steps to really reassure customers they'll be very, very safe. We'll be looking after them when they travel through deep cleaning at the airport, extra checks at the airport, a slightly modified service on board, so they can really get to enjoy the destination when they arrive. And you know, I think so many of us and our customers have been confined to our homes or in lockdown, that people are really, really keen to travel, and we've seen a great appetite and a demand. And you know, I sit and watch this video. I'm sitting at home, well, on board the A350 and yearning for a trip over to Asia. And as Sarah has said, you know, I think the destination of Malaysia is very, very well suited to what customers and clients are looking for right now, in terms of serenity, nature, quiet beaches, luxury resorts, the ability to see all the different attractions that Malaysia's got to offer, and of course the food, which is outstanding. It's very, very well known for its food. So I think the key message is that, you know, when you travel with Malaysia Airlines, you can feel confident that we will look after you, and we will keep you safe, and take all the steps necessary for when we transport you. So you know, we really look forward to welcoming people on board and experiencing our Malaysian hospitality just as soon as borders can open, basically. And although things are a little bit challenging now, you know, we've got our full schedule. We're flying from Heathrow. Our flights are still operating, slightly reduced over the summer, but as we ramp that up as we get into the winter, into next year. So even if people are not feeling like booking next week or next month, they can certainly book now for next year. And with our new flexible fare options, we've tried to introduce additional flexibility, which will really give greater confidence in these uncertain times. So our flex fare offers full refundability, changes without a fee, just subject to fare difference. And as you've seen there, access to priority check-in, priority boarding, and additional checked luggage. So really trying to take into account the changing needs that customers have when they'll be flying with us.
Yes, absolutely. Well, you look really, really organised, especially from the video, from the whole airport through to the online, the in-flight service and everything, and even thinking of the fare flexibility. Absolutely brilliant. And I know the destination is not fully open to international tourism; it's more domestic at the moment. But hopefully that will be soon. So, but we have to remember.
We're hoping for that as soon as possible. But I mean, even though it's not necessarily open, and the other markets that we serve are not open at the moment, they will be. And you know, they'll be fantastic. They'll be absolutely fantastic when people get there. And I think so many people are dreaming of travel right now that you know, we'd love to be able to take people to those aspirational places.
Oh, and you so will. You absolutely will, for sure. So Richard, just sticking on the food theme for the moment, the in-flight service then, is that mirroring the type of wonderful food that we saw at the Four Seasons in the Langkawi? Is it very traditional Malaysian food in flight, so you kind of get in the mood as you're getting there?
100%. So our food is very much inspired by Malaysian cuisine, and also all of our neighbors and routes that we do fly to. And we do have an excellent catering team in Malaysia that prepare it. It's the tremendous amount of dishes that they prepare on a normal capacity is phenomenal. And also we've been able to slightly change the offering to consolidate it a little bit more during this time where we're running limited flights, but the taste doesn't change as well. Malaysia Airlines, as you know, is renowned for its signature sat side.
Indeed it is.
You can have as much as you want in business class, where Dan is at the moment.
He's in exactly the right spot then. He's still waiting for his food to arrive though, I hear.
Yeah.
A 4-year-old might apparently come along quite soon and hand a few bits and pieces to him. So Kenny, you've been managing the chat. Any questions coming through for the team?
No, there's none, unfortunately. So I think you've covered everything. That was, like you said, such a comprehensive video. It was brilliant. So it really inspired a lot of people, I think, and would put them at ease. So just people saying amazing, but no actual questions today.
Okay.
So I think you've covered everything.
Okay, so if there's any last minute questions that anybody can think of that you'd like to ask the team, now's the time, because this is information from the horse's mouth. It's not opinion, it's not maybe ifs or buts, this is exactly what's happening. So now's your opportunity, which is great. So just while you're thinking of a question, then just to come back to Sarah, we didn't explore the kind of hotel. Is it a really big resort? Is it a little resort, boutique? Tell us just a little bit more about the hotel.
Of course, with pleasure. One thing I think that's really specific to Four Seasons Langkawi is that we're in the heart of a UNESCO Geopark. We're in the north of the island, and it happens to be the very first geopark in Southeast Asia. The only reason we're there is because we opened our doors a year before UNESCO declared the area protected. But we're allowed to stay because we do so much work for the environment. Our senior naturalist has again been nominated by the authorities as the UNESCO Geopark ambassador for the whole island. So we do a lot to plant mangroves. He's managed to lower the speed limit of the boats. We do quarterly cleanups of the mangroves that guests can actually participate in if that's something they're interested in. But the resort itself, what does it mean to be in a UNESCO Geopark, really? It means you're surrounded by 550 million year old rock formations, ancient rainforest, the mangroves just next door, and all the wildlife that goes with it. So while you're in the resort, you have dusky leaf monkeys, monitor lizards. In the mangroves, you have walking fish, these hideous little fish with 2 legs, but they're fascinating. So it's a very special place. And the resort is spread out on a mile-long beach, so there's a lot of space. And I think this is vital information. It's so spread out. Everyone has their bike to zip around on, or buggy service if they prefer. But even when we're at high occupancy, you can't feel it. And I really think in this day and age, post-COVID, this is what people want. They want the fresh air to breathe. They want the space. Feel normal in a sense. People have been locked inside for a long time. This is definitely the place to come to, and there are so many activities on property. You don't have to leave the property. We have a water sports center on property. We have yoga on property. We have the bikes. We have the tennis courts. We have the gym. We have the spa. Everything's here. You don't need to go out. You can, but you don't have to, because we have that here. So yeah, I just think it's a phenomenal place for couples and families to come and relax after these nasty couple of months that we've all been going through. Sorry.
I totally agree. I think everyone does seem to have been gravitating quite naturally so to nature, and thank goodness for all the parks, especially in London, where we've needed the parks more than ever. I think we've been very grateful for our open spaces. And so then to fly to somewhere with a really exotic open spaces, and we're already gravitating that way, is just amazing. And I have never seen a walking fish. It sounds like sci-fi.
They're so ugly.
I said horse's mouth, this better be true. They're ugly, how funny.
But they're brilliant. They're like this big.
Yeah, wow.
And they're fish with 2 legs. It's like a prehistoric place. You know, you're going back in time when you go to Langkawi. It's still a rather untouched island. There's no mass tourism.
No.
And you really, it's the place to disconnect and reconnect with nature is how I like to put it, really.
Yes, I think that's a very good sort of way of putting it, indeed, altogether. So, well, I think we have a question. I think it's more thanks, actually.
It was, yes.
Oh, no. Will international tourism be as it used to be, or something in the tourism industry will change? Will international tourism be as it used to be?
I think as I just started that, in terms of that one, I think things are changing daily, and obviously tourism is changing daily. So international tourism will be used. People will be traveling around the world, and for business travel, for leisure, to see family and friends. But obviously it is changing on a daily basis. So the same as everything. So same as going into shops, same as walking down the street. So yeah, international tourism we will come out the other side of it.
Yes,
fortunately, we've got all together to all do this and all do our part to ensure that we can travel like we used to, and enjoy all those wonderful places and wonderful aircrafts and that holiday experience or that travelling experience.
Yes, I think it will be changed for some time, certainly considering all of the COVID advice and the scientific advice. And then as that calms down and hopefully we get a vaccine, then, you know, this will eventually, just like SARS did, start to abate. But I think we'll always be mindful of contact with others and disease. And actually, I think the world could be a lot cleaner, because already, I mean, look what's being cleaned up everywhere. I mean, this is going to be the cleanest we've ever been in the world, everywhere. So, I mean, let's take the positives.
We've just got another 2 questions. Sorry, Julie.
We have. Okay, fine, because we're going to close soon. So, yeah. Okay, tell me, Kenny.
Sarah, can we get images for social media from Four Seasons, in particular for honeymooners? And sorry, the best times to visit, please, weather-wise.
Okay.
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, I can already say best time to visit weather-wise, the island of Langkawi is going to be winter in Europe. So it's ideal. So when it's cold and grey and dreary in Europe and the UK, you want that winter sun. So that's Langkawi. So really the best is November, December, January, February. But honestly, up until... Actually, I mean, you can really travel all year round. Historically, and I say historically because things are changing climate-wise, but historically, September would be the rainiest season, just to give you an idea for Langkawi. But otherwise, really, it's year-round destination.
Brilliant. And I know that actually right at the moment, Sarah, you're in Nice, aren't you? You're talking to us from France. And you had some quite good news to tell us earlier.
Yes, so just a positive note. I'm based in Nice because I'm in charge of Europe and UK markets. My partner works at the Four Seasons down the road, Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat. They were at 95% occupancy last weekend. There are people traveling from all over Europe. They're coming. People are traveling. We have people from Russia, from Scandinavia, many from the UK, Germany. So the desire to travel is there. And I think that's an important message to convey today. And today it's limited to Europe. But once borders are open and the flights are there, people will be traveling, and we see it here. We see it in Nice today.
Absolutely wonderful to know. And of course, we must support our airlines. It's so wonderful that Malaysia Airlines has hosted this coffee break webinar today. We've got to support our airlines, because without them, we're not going to get to any destinations or to any hotels, and international tourism won't take off again as well as it should do. So I'd like to thank you all, Sarah, Dan and Richard, for bringing this brilliant coffee break together. We'll send the information through the follow-up, where we'll send a recording of the webinar to everyone, along with the images that someone was asking about. We can do that.
Yes.
And the other information that you need, no problem. And any contact details for Sarah and for the team at Malaysia Airlines, we'll send them as well if you need to follow up with anything that's come out of this webinar today. Maybe even the recipe if you want to know the recipe. I'm sure we could manage to find that as well. So it just remains for me to say, stay well. Thank you so much for joining today. I know things are still very busy, and stay strong, stay happy, and stay safe. So thank you very much, and it's goodbye from all of us, from me at OTT. Goodbye.
Thank you, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, everyone. Take care.
Take care.